The two teams, the TVs are literally the same, so if it doesn't match on one, it's not going to match on another. Oh, we have a game. The Kill City Stooges. Oh, that'll be Errant.
Hold on, that sounds familiar. That's Errant, isn't it?
Yeah, that's Errant.
Uh-oh.
Is he in the chat? Errant, are you here? So, what we got? Yeah, Murdy Junkie Mike. This is Errant. All day long, this is Errant.
He's not in the chat, I don't think.
Oh, interesting. He's carrying a lot of extra cash, which is bizarre. Maybe he doesn't know that cash adds to TV. I'll have to tell him.
Errant didn't know that. Jester says, how did the Rebel game go? 3-1 win for Andy, though he wasn't happy, not sure why. And Zunka's favourite for the late game? That's a question though, right? Well, the late game, I don't know, Jester. It should be all right, but skinks, lizards. Don't want to count any chickens, but yeah, we 60-40, I'd say. The game that Jester's talking about is the last game this evening is my OCC match with my semi-good Chaos side, but they missed a few players. Not many on the roster against some lizards that Sage very thoughtfully chinned their Croxigore last week. So we're playing against, I'm guessing, Sibley or a wizard. But the TV is such that I don't think my opponent can afford both. Cheers, Jester. Oh, Studdy, congratulations. This season ends on, I think it's Tuesday. Not sure what time. Midday-ish, I think, but don't quote me on that. What's happening here then?
Don't know what Errant's doing. Pixarel, thank you very much. It was close. It was tight. It didn't go as well as I'd hoped, if I'm honest. But yeah. Congratulations on second place, by the way.
I still don't get why you're not happy.
Because loads of stuff failed. It was an annoying game to play, not the result. The way the game played, it was just annoying.
I still think you're on a hide to nothing, getting any sympathy from anyone when you won 3-1 with no permanent injuries.
Which is fine, and that's a different. It's like I have a different point of view on the game sometimes than a lot of other people. So.
Really? Good evening, Samuel. Are you well? Just tuning in now, so we'll have a quick look at Errant's team. Oh, have you noticed Errant's got a new coach name? He's not Errant Saint anymore, he's Smooth Criminal.
Yep.
This is Errant, isn't it? It has to be with the team.
No, it is. It absolutely is Errant.
So he's using a different account than we're used to, perhaps. Okay, so he's got a Mighty Blow White, okay. Wrestle Zombie, yep. Baby Golem. Wrestle Dirty Player Zombie. Golem with Block. block zombie, another mighty blow white, blodge wolf, blodge tackle sidestep wolf, agility guard ghoul but without block, and a baby ghoul, and then a guard zombie, a block zombie, and a baby zombie on the bench. So you might be all right here.
Yeah.
Johnny Dirt, thank you ever so much for the subscription. Very much appreciated. Welcome to the programme.
Yeah, I'm talking to Errant through Steam, bot. Johnny, thank you kindly, sir. I like buses subscriptions.
It's got big and red. I suppose. So why's Errant got a new account then? What's that all about? I think you'd be all right here. I think you'd be all right here.
Well, yes, because his team isn't actually the team TV that it's as advertised. He's running his TV way higher than it actually is. So,
What, because of the money?
Because of the money, yeah. He's just put question mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. Since when?
They don't look like a 1900 team, but how much of the money is counting? About 150.
150-ish. I think was it 130, guys? What was the cash? I thought it was 270, but
yeah, Robo Villainic are right. He got 290, so he's got 140 bloat. The audience are paying close attention. Well done, fellas and ladies, possibly. Now you just type in numbers. Stotty, knock it off, man.
Can we predict the score, by the way, please, everyone? Predict the score.
Delegation Villainic.
Yeah, I should be playing against a wizard, effectively.
Well, without wanting to... Dr. Nick, that's optimistic, but hey, let's see. That would be worth a watch, wouldn't it? Dr. Nick's predicting a score of 420 to 69. Okay. If everything goes to plan, I'd say your favourites here.
Possibly.
Ah. You know Mike's on the bench, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Safe.
It was either that or put him on the line of scrimmage.
Yes.
Flux Dreamer, why are you putting a mobile number in there?
It's his score prediction.
Oh, right, okay.
Wouldn't it be amazing if we rung it and it turned out to be Kelly Brook's mobile?
Or Flux
What
Streamer.
chances? Yeah. Oh, it could be. Well, he wouldn't use his own number, would he?
Don't know.
That was mine. T saying, "Oh, that's my number." Yeah, but your phone's broken, T, so it doesn't matter, does it? See, if we were Logan Paul right now, we'd ring it. Not doing that. Killjoy's starting to get a bit anxious that he foresees getting stood on. I think that's a very realistic possibility.
Yeah, there's an argument for not putting him on the line of scrimmage.
Well, someone's got to do it. Unfortunately, yeah, he's going to get fouled, isn't he? I would be stunned, absolutely amazed if Killjoy doesn't get trod on here. But the good news is it's going to be a passive removal because it always is. Oh, T, that's mean. Which one was it? Do you want to shame them? That's very, very poor, isn't it? The crowd hold their breath. Uh-oh. At this stage, you've got to eat it. Oh, no. Oh, it was Tesco's, was it, T? Not tried them. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. I think we might have been a bit previous saying you were favourites for this. Not so much now.
Not massively not favourites right now.
Oh no, I've got an hour plus now of you being unhappy. Oh no. Oh, Bucket Bong, cheers 25. Thank you very much, Bucket Bong. Rest in peace, Killjoy. Well, he's not dead, he's fine, he'll be fine. It's just a temporary setback.
Andy, would you like some nice dice for a game?
Meh.
Just one game? Some game maybe at some point today? No?
Do you think Errant is likely to try and throw the ball to one of the Wolves? Or
Yes,
make it go for it and hand off?
massively, yes.
Because the go for it is an unpleasant dodge. He's got a 4+ to make if he wants that. Oh no.
Can we just have a...
Don't do that. Oh. Should we talk about football instead?
Yes.
Newcastle won yesterday. Hooray!
Fucking hell.
Yeah, this is now going to be a long game. It's going to be a long game. Killjoy's speechless. Well, I know, Killjoy. What can I say? Oh, Errant, what have you done? So, T. Back circ, yes, absolutely. Oh.
This is why the catcher being stood up is really, really important.
Yes. Yeah, no, that's why I went, oh no, when he failed the leap. The dodge. Twice. Yes, I think everybody gets that the having catcher on feet would have really helped. Now it's not that tough to just hand off to the wolf and bugger off with the ball. Oh well. Backcirc asks, what about Andy? I think you mean football. Well, Andy was born and raised in Nottingham and lives in Nottingham, so obviously he supports Manchester United this season. Though I think he quite likes the look of that Manchester City. They're doing quite well, aren't they? So, do you fancy swapping to Man City, Andy? You could do that, couldn't you? Don't roll your eyes. Have you been out this afternoon? It's really cold outside. Dr. Nick, yes, I'm afraid he is. I'm terribly sorry to have to tell you this, but yes, he is. Oh, Backcirc's also a Man United fan. I'd like to have something positive to point out, but I can't think of anything.
No, there isn't. This half's probably fallen apart on turn 2.
Errant might drop the ball just randomly. Maybe.
Just games like this make me sad. That's all.
Is anybody in the audience, I guess in the UK, though I don't know if it's in other countries, it must be, I suppose. Has anybody got Sky Q? Anybody done that yet?
Wimbledon, wow.
Oh, Aratak, that's hard lines, mate. The whole thing with Wimbledon and Milton Keynes, that sucked. That really did.
Where's Killjoy? He got fouled off the pitch in turn 1.
Stoddy, I thought you were from Newcastle, mate. I didn't know you were from Sunderland. Oh no, sorry, mate. Oh. Oh, Geeks has got it. No, Space Ghost, it's not the new routers. Well, mostly it's not the new routers. It's the new set-top box. Geeks, have you got the big silver one or the regular one? Because I'm thinking about I might get it. Because I think I've got already most of the stuff that would constitute the cost. So I don't think it would actually cost me that much cash to swap. So I was just after somebody whose opinion, would be independent as to what do you think? Good? Bad? Indifferent? Simon spotted an easy 2D. I think.
Yeah, there is an easy 2D.
This is me being real dense. Don't see it. Can you point it out to me? I don't see it.
You'll see it in a sec.
Oh, you've got a guard play. Right, okay. Don't think that's what Simon was talking about, because he was talking about without leaping, which is what was puzzling me. Anyway, it all become clear. Oh, Simon was talking about to 2D the white. Okay. Oh, you didn't. When you can't legislate for that, can you? Oh, shit. Oh, okay.
Hi guys, I'm back.
Alright. Fair play, Gates. Other question I got, Gates, and you would probably know this. I've got two sort of router-like things. I've got Sky Fibre, and I've got one box that's BT OpenReach and one box that's got Sky written on it, which I think I've got two routers, one plugged into the other. Is that remotely conceivable? And I'm there thinking, why have I got these plugged in together when I surely just need the one? It all happened sort of hidden away out of view under the table, so I didn't really pay attention to it until I was thinking about moving this table. Cheers, Errant.
No, thank you very much, and your constant support, by the way, it does mean quite a lot to us, so thank you kindly.
It could be that, Braxius, actually. So I need the modem and the router together. That the Sky router alone won't cut it. Whatever. I could always ask Sky, I suppose. Just being idly curious. I'm just trying to change the subject because Andy's having a really horrible game.
I know people in the chat noticed, but did either of you comment on the fact that this is the team that Murloc Joe faced earlier?
Yeah, I've spoke to him. I know this coach. Well, both Tunk and I know this coach really well. He's come into the stream before. He's a really nice chap.
He's also ruining your afternoon because this isn't going well at all.
Oh, she's going terribly badly.
Muir asks, what in broad terms would you lose and gain from switching from Wood Elves to Dark Elves?
Obviously, that is speed and armour. So Wood Elves are a lot faster, but less heavily armoured. Dark Elves play a more running, positional control type game. So on offense, they are a running team which can pass the ball. On defense, they try and control the field by using frenzy with the Witch Elves, whereas Wood Elves just try and tend to either column up or they will leap in and attack. So I think the question you're really asking is which ones you prefer playing. Do you prefer playing playing a control team or a sort of a yin and yang type team? I'd say Braxius, Bazerk, I'd say you get different options. I don't necessarily think you get more options. I think they are just different. Wood Elves are like a lightning strike team. You're going to know when to attack and when not to. Did he stun the guard? He did stun the guard, yeah. Of course he stunned the guard. This is... it's going really not very well, is it?
No. Artak, thank you very much for that. And I'll let you know how to get on with this Sky Q box.
Berserk, I don't know. I don't think you have to play them in that way. I don't know how long you've been watching the stream for, whether this is your first time, well, you've watched us loads, but check out some of the Wood Elf, where I've uploaded them to YouTube. Check out how I've played them on there.
Wasn't your fault, Killjoy. You got just one of them things. You got trod on, mate. Can happen to the best of us. No, don't beat yourself up about it, buddy.
I promoted Killjoy all streams earlier. I was saying how valuable a player he was.
Well, he's iconic. He's the backbone of the team.
Exactly. I slate him in chat when I'm in the chat just watching, but when I'm co-casting, pro Killjoy, best player in my opinion.
Pseudo's got a question. Andy, can I ask you a question? Suppose I wanted to watch a Blood Bowl game you had played previously, but after you'd already played it, like some sort of Andy Darvo on-demand service. Is that even possible? Well, Pseudo, yes, it is. And luckily, there are two ways you can do it. You can watch the VOD on Twitch itself, but even more convenient, I found, is YouTube. We have a link below where you can find almost all of Andy's previously played games.
A lot of sarcastic fuckers, a lot of you really are.
What? That's what you mean. I wish my game was earlier. I'd be really tired by 9 o'clock. Oh, really?
Just a push. I only wanted a push.
Pseudo, you're welcome. Pauper asks, Andy, any thoughts about running a Dark Elf squad for next season? What, in Champs Ladder, Pauper?
I've got to go there now then. That's annoying.
Because we know next season will predominantly be all about the rats.
Oh my
Andy
god!
will be playing Skaven.
Oh my god!
If he hasn't stuck his head in the oven after this game, that is cool. And I don't think we decided what the second team was going to be yet, though Dark Elves was one of those mentioned. Oh god, he's going to hit his on the table in a minute. Oh, Pseudo! I wish I had editing rights over that, because I'd just do it, but I don't, and so it's one of Andy's tasks, a really long list of tasks that he hates doing. I'll try, mate. I'll try.
If someone sends me it in a PM or on thingy, I'll just change it. It's just a load of text.
All right, I'm doing it now. Fine. Oh, and of course I scroll up and I can't find it now. It's scrolled off the end, so we'll have to wait until Zunkbot says it again, and then I'll edit it for you. Send it back. There we go.
Tony, that's a YouTube subscription. That does not count.
No, they don't count, Tony. Everything else counts. Yeah, sadly that doesn't. John, hello, mate. How's it going?
Oh well. I just feel sad that I was really looking forward to this game, and it's just gone and shit on me from a massive height.
It's all ruined.
Well, it's just not gonna.
This is an exact replica of Murloc Joe's game. He's saying it, and this is exactly what happened to him.
Pseudonym asks, why are we counting subscribers? Well, Pseudo, if Andy gets to the point that we have 200 subs on the channel, which is a long way off, by the way, he's going to be doing an entire show in his pants.
No, not in pants. In some form of costume.
Something really embarrassing. Yep, Andy is he's only down 3, Sam. Absolutely. The Bear's out. Pedro Jack Lineman's out, and we've also got a KO on Best Catcher Steak Mittens. No, worse than that, Super Duper Doob. Dino recommends, what about Princess Leia costume? That would work. PF84 wants a Kelly costume. Well, that's just a nice, tasteful frock these days. Oh, hello, here we go. I've got the message. Right, I shall start editing that. Hellboy, over to you.
The Zunkbot's supposed to be a thing. It's 200. There's 2 different types of sub, by the way, just to clarify. There's YouTube subscriptions, which is a thing that I care about quite a lot, and I would like to get to 1,000 YouTube subscribers. Currently, we're about 350-ish. I think maybe 360, because a few people have subscribed today. What the bet was on was whether or not we can get Twitch subscribers, the paid subscriptions, up to 200 concurrent subscribers, and if we did that, we would get me to do something silly.
No, all subs count. All the subs.
No, they can't all count. YouTube subscribers do not count.
No, Twitch subs, you balloon.
Yes, I know. That's what I was talking about. I was explaining the difference between the two.
Oh, right.
Just a quick question. Is Dode watching the stream right now?
I have no idea.
There you go. Sent it to you, Andrew, in Discord. One line, just the message. There you go, Bob.
No, that's a blitz! Are you fucking kidding me? That's a blitz! Oh, that's a fucking blitz! Oh, sake! That's a fucking blitz, you moronic machine.
No, Dode's not on at the moment.
All right, I'll be back in a minute. Okay.
Oh, it's a fucking blitz. You fucking...
Oh, dearie dear.
Oh.
Oh, I think better have a Red Bull here. Well, it's all ruined, isn't it?
Oh, just frustration. Just frustration. Oh well. There's nothing I can do about it. And yeah, I would have had the ball back, and we had agility 4 guy to come pick it up and do something with it. Oh well.
Right, guys, I'm back.
Aye.
Andy, do you want some good news?
Go on.
So, this is going to be a Hellboy anecdote. Here we go, but you're going to like this one. Okay. The other day when Huanchi was streaming, I went on to Cabal Vision TV to find the match he was playing, and I noticed that there was a game that had been won 8-0, and so I thought, oh, I'm going to have a look at this. And I had a glance at it, and it appeared to me that the game was looking a bit rigged. It was a Kislev team versus an Ogre team, and the Ogre coach wasn't even hitting back. He'd fielded all the snotlings on the pitch for the first half, no Ogres. It was very odd. And I checked through the other matches, and it appeared that he'd played the same team or only Ogres for 5 games in a row. So I told this to Dode, and Dode said, right, and he had a look, and he said, right, this guy's cheating. We'll boot the team and whatever, and he's done it. And then I've just looked to find that 10-0-0 Kislev team that you said, and it's the same coach, and Dode is literally booting him just now. So you will still be top Kislev.
Yeah, I actually went and had a quick look at the first couple of games, because I noticed he beat some Ogres 4 or 5-0, and I thought, you lucky bugger, you got to play Ogres first game. Oh, he wasn't lucky, it was rigged. Fair enough.
Yep, so there's some positives. So even if this game doesn't go to plan, you've still got no one hunting you down with that impeccable record.
Well, that's good.
I don't know if that cheering
But
that much, but
what? But no, this game's not for result. This game's for bragging rights. I would very much like to beat Errant, just because I know Errant. It's like me playing against Zunk. It's a game where the result is important, is everything.
Hi, Staponi. How you doing? Oh, Errant was asking in the game chat, Andy, can you who's Killjoy? So, do you want to tell him?
Yeah, I mean, Shattered Ice, I mean, in one of the games which he did in the first run that I saw, he had 77 SPP in one game.
Oh, that's quite good, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good.
7.
Cheating, isn't it? I mean, at this time I think he has played other coach, but yeah, Dode was like, no, he's played the same guy too many times.
Did you think nobody would notice? You know,
I have no idea. I've no idea.
not a good idea to cheat.
No, because you'll always get found out.
But it is, you know, I'm talking positive here. It is a positive.
This is true.
I'd see exactly where you're going with that, Hellboy, but unfortunately, it doesn't help snap Andy out of this current malaise, because that's not what's on his mind. He's not thinking big picture, and he's thinking, I'm losing this game against Errant, and that's all he's thinking about. What we need is for the game to turn around, like, massively.
Us humble coaches, Zunk, would be happy with 5 SPP and people still on the pitch.
He's not like the rest of us. Wolfbuck, some chap in Champ Ladder. And well spotted. This is indeed this is Errant Saint, aka Smooth Criminal, who is the guy who also gave Murloc a hard time. Oh, and this is not the guy who's cheating, by the way. Just to be completely clear on that. The cheating guy was some fella playing with Kislevs against his mate, playing 5 games in a row against ogres and picking up mad amounts of star player points and stuff.
I think that's the thing, though, isn't it? You know, it's good that Dode is acting immediately on these things. And you know, me not having known him, I was able to approach him and say, "Look, will you have a look at it?" And he took it seriously. And then the fact that there's money on the line. I know money isn't everything with it, but the fact that there is money on the line means that people are going to be encouraged to cheat, aren't they?
Well, it's not just Dode. I think all the CCL admins are in the same mind of that. VGP's looked into stuff. We've gone, can you check this out? And oh god, what's it called? You know, Spider as well. Hoodie, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the program.
Or the show, depending on.
Kittens with fluffy mittens. We were just talking about you the other day. How are you? Nice to see you, mate. Dumfluff says, really think Slan are underrated. They have the best defence in the game and can easily score in 2 turns on offence. Yeah, I quite agree. That's pretty much what we've been watching with Andy's Slan team, is that they are surprisingly better than a lot of folks would think in many ways.
Cheers for that, Dode. Thank you.
Thanks.
Oh, Andy, you've got the ball.
Thank you. Yeah, I have. Yeah.
Evening, Dode. Oh, Fighting asks, what's the name of the movie used for the GIF? What, the one in the restaurant with the fat bloke throwing up the chicken and tuna pizza? That is Monty Python and the Meaning of Life, and Mr. Creosote.
I'm just going to eat my dinner for a minute. I've been given what looks like beef stew with peppers, onions, in a tomato sauce on a bed of rice. So I'm just going to be a moment. I'll just show everyone. That's what we've got today. So I'll just be a minute or so, probably. Just a minute or so.
Dear. 3 hours in the kitchen, 48 seconds to Andy to inhale it. Doesn't seem fair, does it?
play-by-play food commentating. As he takes the fork in his hand, he is slicing away. The first bite appears to please him. Like that.
I don't know if it could catch on. Well, Blood Curse, I kid you not, time this. It will be around a minute.
Is an inhalation. Yeah, that was my David Attenborough. Yeah, that was my David Attenborough, actually. It should have been.
It was very good.
As the lone bear piles on to the unsuspecting vampire, this is nature at its finest.
That's really very good indeed. Yes.
Well, on the next Kislev game, I'll commentate all of Killjoy's action.
Thank you very much. Yoso, yes, well spotted. It is, and Joe was. I think he might have gone off for a cry, but yes, he was, and he noticed.
Zonk, did you see Bob earlier? Did you see Bob on Murloc Joe's stream?
What, with his yak? That Bob?
No, the plant Bob.
That this afternoon? No, I wasn't around this afternoon. Why? What did I miss?
Well, Joe has started to take a leaf out of your book, really, and is now commentating on an unresponsive plant pot called Bob, who does the coaching.
All gone.
And he sits in the background, does he?
Yeah, well,
Bob the plant.
Yeah, exactly. Bob played earlier. Did very well for the first game of Blood Bowl. Well, that scatter wasn't too bad.
No, Errant's in a bit of problem here.
See, Blood Curse wasn't exaggerating. It wasn't long, was it?
What? Did you time me this time, did you? Wow.
Maybe.
We should do score predictions for the matches, and then also time predictions for how quick Andy's going to eat his dinner or lunch.
Well, he's got a chart. Have you not seen it? It's got breakfast, second breakfast, brunch, lunch, afternoon tea, dinner, and then supper. And then he's got little bar charts against each one. And there's a goal of a record for each. So breakfast, 48 seconds, etc. And then he tries to attain those goals each day, and it builds up month by month into a complete compendium of meal consumption time data. It's very good. Aratark says Andy couldn't do competitive eating competitions. He'd be disqualified for taking stuff off other people's plates.
Or doing chain pushes with the salt and pepper and stuff, trying to knock other people's plates off the table.
I do imagine that the salt, the pepper, the vinegar, the ketchup get used on Andy's own kitchen table when trying to explain to Ava how to serve something from 3 squares out. And go, simple. Her eyes just glaze over.
That's what you talk to with this YouTube subscriber. That's what you do. You go out for dinner and you talk about the intricacies of chain pushing whilst using the materials available at the restaurant where you're at.
Well, no, if she'd subscribed to the YouTube channel, she probably would find that quite interesting. So there you go.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Pseudonym says, well, Andy does weigh about 700 stone, so he's got to eat a lot.
We're so very, very tall, is why. Yeah, absolutely. You know the big lad in Game of Thrones?
Oh, Hodor. Or one, the giant.
No, not that big. He was CGI. No, mountain fella, him. Andy.
Oh, the mountain, yeah.
Yeah, Andy.
this helps me as much as you'd think it would.
I was watching Hapthor Bjornsson on telly the other day. They had the final of the World's Strongest Man on, which is a bit of a meh show, but it was the final, so I'll watch it. And poor old Hapthor narrowly pipped the post by some British bloke. Which bit looks sketchy, Don Fluff? Yes, you're right, it was Eddie Hall. That's right. You might get away with this, mightn't you? Andy. And you're getting sympathy amongst your audience that was a lovely move and you deserved a better bounce.
Thanks very much.
All right. It's been confirmed now that I'm not going to go anywhere this evening. I wasn't sure whether I was going out or not, but I'm not going anywhere. So if you want me to stick around, guys, I'm happy to. And whatever people want.
God, that sounded really grateful and welcoming.
That'd be lovely. There you go. Sorry, yeah, that'd be lovely. I was thinking about that bounce. You're quite right. It was bloody annoying that we didn't catch it. But
look, I know when I'm not wanted, guys.
No.
If chat say to me, "Get the hell out of here, Hellboy," then I'll go. You know.
This is now where Andy will suggest, completely innocently, let's have a poll. If you'd liked Hellboy to stay, and of course we wanted to
Murloc
stay.
J, make a poll, Murloc J. He's on it already. I know.
Oh, don't
stop. Why are we making polls anyway? Oh right, sorry. I was still thinking about the game.
You just focus on what you're doing, and I'll try and repair Hellboy's shattered ego, damaged feelings.
Hell, he shouldn't be so much of a sensitive soul.
Oh dear.
I don't know. Do you need me? I mean, that's the thing.
Well, I got a question for chat. Would this show be better if I wasn't here and you just watched some mediocre? Oh, fuck off with the pals. And watch some mediocre Blood Bowl. Let's go on the ball. Or would it be better off? And you can have two Hellboys.
Stay on. You don't want two Hellboys. You want two Zonks.
Oh God, there is a poll now. I see you, Hells. How you doing?
It's just powered two blodgers. That's really annoying.
That is the question. Should I stay or should I go now?
CJ Blackburn says, well, we are watching mediocre Blood Bowl. Up your game, Darvo.
Thanks. I don't think I'm appreciated on this show. I don't think I am.
Neither of us are going to say anything there. We're just letting that hang in the silence.
I'm going to tell you all a story. And you'll all be fucking sorry.
Oh dear. Oh no. No.
Dead.
That is a bit shit.
We can't turn him around from here. He's gone. He's fallen over the edge.
This coach is very good. He knows exactly what he's doing.
Oh, we know him. We play Errant Saints in the private leagues. We've known him for years. Pseudo, you're not supposed to talk about that. Shh. Shh, don't mention it. So the undead team in the playoffs then. Right, yeah, okay.
It's looking very much like the undead in the playoffs.
Well, losing a move bust on Wormthrax, that is a major kick.
He's dead.
He's one of the star players, so...
I know. Murloc Joe is now rocking himself, crying into a pillow right now because this is big time flashback. This is Nam.
Has Errant won UK Bubble? Yes, hasn't he? Didn't he win with Necro?
I'm not sure if he won it or he got to the final. Maybe.
We've played him plenty I'm sure in both competitions. Yeah, Robert confirmed. Errant is a UK BBL champion. I don't think he's won OCC. I'm not sure. Does Errant play in OCC? I can't remember. Definitely UK Bubble. You in any leagues, Hellboy?
Not at the moment. I was in three. I played in UK BBL, OCC, and TBBL. But what happened was I played in all three at the same time when I kind of first started. I was like, I want to get into this, let's go. And my girlfriend got kind of fed up because on Friday nights I was having to do all three matches, or it was impacting in the weekends and stuff. So yeah, it was a bit. It was getting in the way, and because I work in the evenings pretty much every day. So hence why I turn up late on the stream most times. So yeah, I just couldn't get the matches in.
Actually, now you mention that, we have talked about this before some time ago. I do remember. Yes. It's a shame. I like the Perpetual Leagues. They're a different vibe, I think, to the ladder games. I like the long-term continuity aspect. So I guess it's why if you do lose a game, it's not the end of the universe. It's, you're more thinking about the team development and the eventual push to the top, rather than sort of every single game being, life and death.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, one of the things which I've spoken to, I was talking to Juanchi about it the other day, is that in TBBL I played Chorfs. And personally, when I've tried to do a run on Chorfs in Champ Ladder, I mean, if you're trying for anything serious, which, I'm not saying I'd ever try for anything serious, but...
Oh, God. Oh, well, at least he's set back far.
Yeah, he's fine. But, you go in thinking, I can try for it. But Chorfs get written off quite early on because of a couple of coaches and stuff. So that's, then that's fine. But in TBBL, my first I played 2 seasons with the Chorfs. The first season, I think I was 2-1-4 or something like this. And then the next season, I was 5-1-1, I think. And it was just because the team needed time to develop. And then as soon as it had developed, I was like, right, I can win these games now.
Backcirc would like to join the league. Any suggestions? Yes, we've got links to 3 below Backcirc that we're in and would recommend. Rebels very good. Coca-Cola Championship. Andy and I both in. UK BBL. Andy and I both in. All 3 of those good. Twitch also. Twitch TBBL. Twitch Blood Bowl League is good.
I guess the other thing is the time zones. Where are you hailing from? Because I know there are some leagues which will have specific divisions for specific time zones as well.
Okay, so familiar with how to play. And whereabouts are you, Backcirc? Because Hellboy makes a good point.
pseudonym lives in extreme West Wales. Is there a time zone for that?
Well, it's UTC +5, is it? Or -5, actually. -6?
Minus 50 years, I thought.
No, it really is. That is pseudo's time zone about that. If you're in the US, Baxter, probably Rebel would suit you best, as I think they've got their own American subdivision, haven't they?
And also, TBBL do split by time zone as well. But I don't know when they're starting again. I think they're only week 2 at the moment.
Any of them will accept anybody from anywhere, but certainly OCC and UKBBL would expect you to have flexibility to offer times that would suit a European-based player. So there are American coaches in both those leagues, but I think Rebel might be easier if, for example, if you work 9 to 5 and are in the States, then Rebel would probably be more convenient, or TBBL, as Joe says.
Woodman Gamer, good evening.
Hi, Woodman, you're right.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. Basically, whatever suits your time zones. I remember when I played in TBBL, they actually I think it was Ceramol asked me if I was happy to play in one of the US divisions or a division with more US players, because I wanted to play. I'd rather play a game at 1 a.m. on a weeknight than have to give up my weekend.
Yes, that too, Durant. Absolutely, yes. Of course, Canadian as well. UK Bubble, don't keep rejecting your pseudo. Surely not. They'd be honoured to have a man of your stature in the ranks.
I always found it with UK BBL though, the uploading the matches, I felt so bad because I couldn't work out how to do it, and I worked out how to do it after I'd left UK BBL. It took me that long to find the files to upload.
I had to ask. OCC does it automatically now. They've got an even cleverer thing.
No, but I asked
again.
as well, and I just couldn't work it out.
I can't fathom how bad this game's going. It really is pissing me off.
Suda, do they really? Honest? Or are you just kidding around? I can't tell. Well, it shouldn't have been that much of a problem this game, but that first half was absolutely horrific. Could still salvage a draw here, possibly. Maybe, possibly. I think we can get around it soon. I think don't worry, mate. We can speak to Gav with you if you like. We can get you in. Don't worry. I mean, they've taken Andy, and he's Welsh. Ish.
Oh, this is not going very well, is it?
Blood Curse UK says, "Come on, Davo, you're doing fine."
I think it's more that the team are taking a major setback with losing Wormthrax. That is the problem. I'd recommend we play Undead after this.
I'll jump out and have a quick look at the board.
I don't think it's the defeat; it's the loss of the player. The team's significantly worse by losing the an agility 4 blitzer.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I said that to Andy the other day when I said what. Sorry, I said what would happen if you lost a player, like one of the good ones.
Well, he could continue. I just don't know if he wants to. Muir, no, you're fine, mate. You're fine. You've just lost your pal. Yeah, poor old Wormthrax.
What does Joe mean by that? Because bearing in mind the coach we're playing against, he's new to Blood Bowl 2. He's not new to Blood Bowl. He has played Blood Bowl a lot.
Don't think we've got any suspicions of anything fishy with this opponent at all. We know him. He's absolutely sound as a pound. Woodman, no, Killjoy's fine. He just got fouled in early on in this game and is sat being badly hurt. No, he's fine.
Well, but most of the time, Joe, that doesn't matter. All the game is looking at is, are they new to Blood Bowl 2? It doesn't give you any reference as to whether or not they're new to the game or not. So most people who come and play Blood Bowl 2, well, I say most, a chunk, someone will have played Blood Bowl 2, will have played Blood Bowl before, even though they just picked the game up for the first time. The record was 882, yes. That's true. Devil's Eye. Yeah.
There's lots of people with multiple accounts. I don't know. You'd have to buy 2 copies. And
No, that's the thing. You don't.
don't you? Yeah, okay.
No.
Alright, in terms of the race, the Undead are currently 5th wildcard set. And so 5th out of 8 wildcards. And there's a few teams a bit further down that could knock out the wildcard places, but I think they should be okay. Like, it would take a lot of games from people to knock the Undead from a wildcard spot.
Real shame about this game. I was really looking forward to this when this started. Really looking forward to this game, and it's just become a non-event.
Yeah, so really bored, man.
Yeah, you're going to get games like this, I suppose.
There you go.
So Zunk, what's your team looking like for later?
Good in places. They were looking very tasty and then lost 3 players, so it's basically trying to plug those holes.
So you have a few elves you want to score
on? Yes, baby warrior primarily. But I'm playing against a Crunky Chops, who's a pretty good coach. We've played him before, and his lizards, and they've got not particularly developed lizard team. They're only TV 1450, something like that, which is low for Division 1. His Croxicor's broken. Sage very thoughtfully chinned that for me last week.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that was good.
So that's a plus. I think he's got a Block Mighty Blowsaurus, and that's the only one I'm really bothered about. Most of them are unskilled. But you can never say with lizards that they can still beat you. So I'm thinking 60-40. I've got the advantage on paper. I'm quite expecting that he'll take Slibley rather than a wizard, but not sure yet. But we will see. We will see.
I enjoyed that bite-sized centre. I enjoyed that.
That's very good.
Did the stream pick that up, by the way?
What?
You two won't be able to hear it because you'll have the stream muted, but I wondered if it picked it all. I can't play it all.
Hey?
Oh, he put on Smooth Criminal.
I did, yeah.
Right, okay.
He's risking his YouTube partnership.
Yeah,
you can do about 10 seconds worth and it doesn't pick it up. I'm just really fucked off with this game. It really is annoying.
Jade asks, when's the Zunk game? So Zunk, when is your match?
In 2 hours.
Oh, great. Just time for one more game then, isn't there?
It'll be 2 more. Oh no, you're right. Probably 1. Yeah, because this one's taken a while. Yes. Oh, bite-sized centre. Andy, are you okay? That's frightfully
That's
written.
brilliant.
Very good.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, that's really good. He's not okay. No, he's all. The team are ruined and the world has ended and everything's destroyed.
I haven't had a turn. I haven't had one turn where it's gone and been okay. It just I haven't done a turn yet, and we're on turn fucking 11, and I'm already 2-0 down.
Paul was asking how buggered of the team. The agility blitzer with block agility was a high point of the team. He's got a move bust. That is the extent of the damage. I would recommend you keep hold of Wormthrax, by the way, even though he's only movement 6 now. Just saying.
I have a question though, for you, Andy. Kind of flipping it on its head. So, regardless of dice and whatever, and how it's gone for you and him, whatever. Same as we had the other night when you played the Kemri team, where the guy went out just to hurt your team, ignored the ball, hurt your team, and then played like that. Would you say that this coach you're playing against has done a tactic that you're like? How much of it is luck, and how much of it is kind of him playing the tactics and playing the game well?
Well, Errant will fully accept that I don't think he defended very well in the first half, as even when he was down players, we were getting 2 dice shots on the ball. The first turn, he got a casualty and then foul casualty with no send-off, really set the tone for the whole game. I looked at this team roster. One of the weaknesses is it's so fucking expensive. So we've only got 12 players. So before I'd got to move, I was playing with 10 for the entire game. That's a massive problem. We then spent 3 or 4 turns trying to get the ball back, and it went no, 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 constantly, just didn't work. If the dice had behaved themselves remotely, we might have had the ball off him. I mean, he said the same in his chat, but I find games when they are frustrating the most difficult to play, and this game has absolutely been a frustrating game. And so as he tried to wreck the team, no, it's just a byproduct of what's happened.
I mean, the turn 1 foul though on the bear was the right play though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was my fault. I shouldn't put the bear on the line of scrimmage. I absolutely shouldn't put the bear on the line of scrimmage. I know what Errant's like. I know what he's going to do. And I shouldn't have let him do that.
Well, he's playing Necro, so he's going to foul you. That was always on the cards. But then, you know, the Bears, most resilient of all the players.
Yeah, he's playing Necro with 3 reserves.
Is he? I haven't knocked one over, I don't think, this game, so I don't know. It's how I felt. Like the entire game's just it hasn't been. I don't know. Yeah. It's turn 12. That's the first time that guy has knocked something over. That's not an exaggeration. That's fact. That is the first time he's actually knocked anything over.
So I went to Meadow Hall once.
What did you buy?
Nothing. It wasn't that good. End of story.
Oh, great. No. Dice. Hi, True Blue.
I swear, I just crossed.
Yeah. This is game 2. First game went really well, though Andy wasn't happy with it. I won 3-1. And second game is going really badly. This is going really badly.
Well, Andy won 3-1 and was top of the Red Bull League. So that's good.
It was only 3-1 though. Portbrass, who am I playing? I'll be playing Crunky Chops in OCC at 9 o'clock. And I have played Crunky Chops on multiple occasions over the years. Couldn't tell you the match record, but he's pretty decent from what I recall. He's got a hell of a good win rate, and when you look at the team, as you'll see later on, you'll scratch your head and think, how's he managed to get
How
such
is
a
this
good
game
record
so bad?
with that team? Because it's not that the team is strong, because they absolutely aren't. So he did really well early on and got. It must have been close to a 20 straight wins virtually. It's that good.
Is it a team that's come up the ranks? Is it been in for a long time?
They're not that old. The Lizards Pauper. I'll bring them up now, actually, and have a look, so I'll tell you a little about them.
Yeah, sure, I've got the game in front of me if anything happens that's important.
Right. So, Crunky has got a 21 wins, 3 draws, and 4 defeats record. And most of the wins happened at the earlier part of that career. And what's he got on the roster? Right. Developed players, he's got a Strength 5 Block Guard Saurus, who's excellent. A Block Mighty Blow Saurus, who's decent. The other 4 Saurus have got no skills at all. The Croxagore has got guard, but is missing. And then he's got a bunch of skinks. One of whom is block, diving, tackle, sidestep. And then he's got a sure hands, diving, tackle, sidestep. And then he's got a sidestep skink, but that one's got a move bust. And then he's got another 3 with no skills at all. So in terms of team development, he's got a couple of good players, and the rest of them are really basically new. But this is Division 1 of OCC. My team, by comparison, I've got a new Chaos Warrior that needs points on him, and I need to develop some backup goats. I need a ball carrier, a wrestle tackle goat, something like that. I'm just a bit light on players. I've got exactly 11 fit players. So, given that I've got 2 Claw Mighty Blow, 1 with piling on, the 3 of my 4 warriors are Block Guard Mighty Blow. On paper, we should be all right, but Crunky's good. They are lizards. I'm saying I'm optimistic without counting any chickens, but it's Blood Bowl. Anything can happen.
Yeah, well, I mean, it sounds like it's good that he's lost the guard on the croc. Well, first of all, it's good he's lost the crocs, but it's good that he's lost the guard piece as well. That you certainly have an advantage with that. Hopefully, you can just try and 3 dice some skinks, get some pals, and you'll be able to match the Saurus as well. And outguard them.
Well, I do have 2 goats that have tackle, mighty blow, claw, which is academic for killing skinks, but one of them has got piling on. So I've got 2 goats who are complete skink killers.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah. So it sounds like if you can neutralise the skinks with a bit of tackle and guard up against everything else, you should be all right as long as you don't bleed players early on.
Yes.
Pseudonym, I think Andy realises that as well.
We need the next game to go spectacularly well, otherwise this whole evening's ruined.
Question though, I mean, Andy doesn't have his headphones on. Do you play the undead? Do you play the humans or something and play something which is not going to matter at all?
Honestly, I'd keep playing the Kislev. The undead are fine as they are. The Kislev, although he's sick as a chip and has declared him dead, Wormthrax with a move bust is still an agility blitzer. He's got block agility and is 2 points. I'd give him guard. So he's the player that can jump in reliably and inflict guard anywhere you like. So the move bust doesn't destroy him for that role. I'd keep doing that. The humans, I think it's a massive waste of time. Nobody's interested. Who cares?
Pauper asks you, Zunk, are you going to be gunning for that strength 5 piece in your game?
Yes. The 2 Sauruses, the skills, the Mighty Blow one because it'll hurt. But whichever presents itself as each turn goes by, yes, they'll be the top targets. For sure.
I'm just watching back the reaction to that double skulls.
This is a deep tilt now that we're going to get, because he wasn't in a great mood after that Dark Elf game, which I still don't know why not, because that seemed fine to me. But he's getting an absolute nightmare this game, which I can sympathise with. I completely get why he's not enjoying it, but it's going to take some work for us to dig him out of this one. So I think we might need some heavy lifting equipment, some jacks. A simple pick and shovel job won't do it here.
I've tried to bring the positivity this evening.
No,
channel my inner Zunk.
The big picture positivity doesn't work. You've got to try and find. For example, if he had his headphones on, I'd be talking to him now about how Wormthrax with a move bust isn't actually all that terrible. It's a bit of a shame, but it's not the end of the world. That kind of stuff.
If he gets a good MVP, that could lift him up a bit. If he gets another good MVP on someone who needs to level, that would be good.
Yeah, a nice stat boost somewhere would be.
Yeah, Mike the Machine. The last reroll went to a double skulls into a double push.
I want to see what happens if her eyes roll that far. What if they just go 180 degrees and he's like the master out of Kung Fu? Will Andy sort of try and challenge us to snatch pebbles from his hands, that kind of thing?
To become a great Blood Bowl master, you must catch a fly.
I'm suddenly realising that you might not get what the hell I'm talking about. Do you remember ever seeing reruns of the David Carradine TV show Kung Fu, where he's monk, and he's got this sensei who's an old Oriental fella in the robes, who basically got his eyes were white and he was blind, and so the thing was that you will be ready, Grasshopper, when you can snatch the pebble from my palm, and he never could,
No, I've never seen it, I'm afraid.
Iconic TV show of the 70s. Didorino is clearly remembering exactly what I'm talking about.
I don't think I was even a twinkle in anyone's eye in the 70s.
Well, I wasn't from World War II, but I'm aware it happened. I've seen footage on telly. And that.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah,
it's
I'm more. I've seen a bit of Jackie Chan and stuff like that.
Oh no, this was TV show. It wasn't films. In fact, it was probably what David Carradine was famous for, probably in the 80s as well. I'd say it was probably mid-70s to mid-80s that show ran.
Cheers, Tony.
Yeah,
Tony trying to distract everyone by saying, "Look at this giant notification for one bit."
However,
that's what we need.
Thanks, Tony. High five, buddy. Blood Curse is trying to bring Andy round. We'll get there in the end. He'll be fine. Just not this game. This game needs to be ended. Yeah, I know.
Oh, crap.
Errant, what the actual hell? You're not helping here. If you're watching this replay, Errant, thanks, mate. Cheers. Just ruined everything.
I feel like the intern. I've come in to work on day one, and all of a sudden it's all kicked off.
Yeah, right.
Oh well.
Mike, yeah, sure you can. Okay, so all right, the Kung Fu show was made between 72 and 75, but it was on telly absolutely loads. I'd say up until the mid-80s. It was the sort of thing that would be on a Saturday early evening, 7 o'clock of a Saturday. It was quite good, actually, as telly went for back then. David Carradine, mostly famous for strangling himself to death during a wank. Yeah, well, that's unfortunate, isn't it?
Don't know who that is.
Oh, Tony, I absolutely would have seen the first run. I'd be very small, but no, I think I probably did. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Guryon, that's a fair point. Like, it was a bit whitewashy that obviously David Carradine is in no way Chinese whatsoever. So why the hell they couldn't get a Chinese guy to play the role? But, you know, it was the 70s. Darren, it's what's going to happen next. Well, it's a consolation touchdown at best, isn't it?
Andy, I'll remind you a bit later on, but in terms of someone to host at the end of this stream, I know Sky Blue Monty is planning on doing a 12-hour plus stream today, starting sometime in the next few hours. And I know he's planning on playing some Blood Bowl, some Dead by Daylight, some, I think it's Hand of Fate and something else. So if people want to continue watching something and support Monty, then I know he'd absolutely love it if people could pop over there after this one's done.
Andy, we stream Monty at the end of the show.
Okay.
Yep. We
will
host
stream
Monty.
Yeah, we'll host Monty. What we'll do is we'll actually get a raid for Monty.
Thank you, Yoso. Thank you.
You sounded awfully like Soviet Womble then. That's what he says when he gets subs. Thank you, so-and-so. Thank you. Are you familiar with his work?
No, I'm not, but I'll look into it now.
Oh, mate, Soviet Womble. Absolutely classic. Brilliant YouTuber.
I've written it down on my pad of paper like a good Zunk should.
As somewhere to start, I'd look at things like the Bullshittery series. Joe, he does, doesn't he? Soviet Womble. Fantastic.
Steady on, pseudonym. That's quite far.
I don't think Soviet Womble's ever played Blood Bowl, or at least I've never seen him. He did rock up on our PlanetSide server, and almost overnight, his ZF outfit went from 0 to 2,000 members just because everybody knew who Soviet Womble was.
Oh. So basically you will need me to tell you lots more stories because you'll enjoy it more. Is that what you're telling me? Is that what this stream lacks? Is it the fact that I haven't told anyone any stories?
No.
No.
Oh. Sure?
Yes.
Yes.
I honestly, I don't mind telling stories.
No.
I think the problem's not you not having the story to tell, Andy, or not wanting to do it. I don't think that's the problem.
No. Just because you're feeling bad, Andy, you don't have to take it out on everybody else. Oh, we found another look. No, it's alright. VGP, hello bud, how you doing?
Good evening, VGP.
I was watching your YouTubes yesterday, VGP. Thank you very much for covering the final of Season 10. Very entertaining as usual. Well, you were, that the fact that it was Chorf on Dwarf, it was difficult to know who to boo for. The game itself wasn't actually all that exciting, unfortunately. Good coverage, though. Good coverage. And we have a new champion. Errant was defeated in the final.
Was he?
He was. It is Killjoy. Yeah, you've probably got another 4 or 5 minutes, mate. Basically, Frank, that's what I did. Frank's right. When you've got Chorf versus Dwarf, what you do is chiv the pitch for failed dodges and GFIs.
Well, Mike, I tried. Fortunately, State Mittens can't pass the ball for shit. Really haven't had sort of the kindest dice this game, have we?
If any of you don't know VGP, first of all, where the hell are you living under a rock? VGP covers all the Champ Ladder games in the finals. He's also a Champ Ladder admin, so anything you want to complain about, here he is. VGP, would you be so kind as to pop a link to your YouTubes in the chat? So, folks, if you want to see how Champ Ladder final games are progressing at any stage, VGP covers pretty much all of them, and they're only about probably half hour, 40-minute per game. But it's very good. It's very good.
What? The train wreck is still rolling. Yeah, it's nice. Really. Yeah.
Don't stop asking about it, Rabbit. It's not. This team isn't really destroyed. They've got a move bust on one player. It's
Also, Andy, to be fair as well, you have enjoyed playing this team and building this team.
Yeah, I absolutely have. Oh, it's just annoying. One game that's just been damn right irritating. That's what's happened today.
But I think it's that same point of, you know, you shouldn't let 10 minutes of your entire day determine how you feel for the rest of the day. You know, you've had some great games with this team. You know, you could have been ruined by that vampire team in the game with Killjoy, but instead you didn't.
yeah.
Ain't that right, Zunk? You got to remember those good games.
Well, you know, if 10 minutes of one day, you know, is going to ruin the rest of the week, make it that 10 minutes that you fell asleep behind the wheel of a bus and then went through, you know, a queue of commuters. That was worse than this, for example. So, you know, it's all relative, isn't it?
Killjoy, that's the attitude we like.
That time you were defusing that bomb and cut the red wire. That was a worse 10 minutes.
That time you fell asleep in a Smashing Pumpkins gig.
Oh, that was outrageous.
What, I
Absolutely
woke up and it was
outrageous.
still going on. Oh, damn, I woke up too early.
VGP, we don't know yet.
That 10 minutes when you had to order dinner and ended up ordering pizza from hell. I mean, there's all sorts of 10 minutes.
That time when the crumpet was only toasted on one side.
Half-cooked crumpet, yeah. What was that? It's going to be a trophy like 3-0, isn't it? Hey VGP, see you later, buddy. Thanks for popping by.
See you, VGP.
Take care, man. I do still fully expect that one of the TV stations in America will snap up VGP for football or ice hockey coverage. He could do it. He totally could.
Oh, he absolutely could. He's incredible.
He's the Blood Bowl what Murray Walker was to Formula One.
Yes. The subject's not forbidden, Tony. We're about 50 behind. You need the exact
I've whispered,
number.
Tony. I've whispered it to him. He was, though, wasn't he, Woodman? It just becomes the voice that you associate with the whole thing.
I have to dress up in lots of silly clothes and do a stream in very, very silly things. Tony actually went on to Amazon.com to have a look.
Amazon.co.uk, in fact, is where Tony
Yeah.
remarked about how British Amazon is a load of crap. Well, it doesn't have a wide selection of mankinis. Funny that. Well, Bloodcurse's idea of going for the full Frankenfurter in the Rocky Horror, I think that would work, Andy.
And then you can get the anticipation going, can't you?
Yeah, God, it is 3-0.
I'm not sure if Andy's seen the film Hellboy, so whether he gets what you're talking about. Are you familiar with that work, Andrew?
What?
The Rocky Horror Picture Show, Andy.
No. Not seen
I
that.
see you shiver with anticipation.
I know.
Patient. It's famous.
No, he's famous.
Come on, Andy, get with it.
Oh, well.
was absolutely fucking terrible.
Ah, wow.
Next player, please, Zunk.
Buford's only won one game, by the way, since. But anyway, next player, yeah, sure.
I need a team player name.
Yeah, I'm doing it. Zinj. ZSINJ.
Okay.
ZSINJ. Zinj.
And another one, please.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mipper.
Thank you.
So you're going to spin the Kislev again, Andy?